Kareem Delgado. I'm a dad, a husband, a veteran, and a bar owner, and I'm running for Hillsboro City Council Ward 2. I'm running because I want the city to work as hard for the people who live here as it does for big business. Just this year, this council agreed not to tax $7 billion worth of data center property. Our schools went short, our bills went up, and their friends went golfing. At my bar, we pay a guaranteed living wage of at least $28 an hour, cover 80% of health and dental, match retirement, and keep a no-interest emergency fund for our team. If a 10-person bar can do that, a trillion-dollar corporation can. So my first priority is no corporate handouts. Every public subsidy comes with strings attached: living wages, health coverage, local hiring. Real support. Second up is protecting our neighbors. When masked federal agents tried to take a father of 3 from my neighborhood, my wife and I blocked their van with our trucks. I work with Migra Watch, Centro Cultural, and PERC to train neighbors in rapid response and to walk impacted kids to school. And it's my fight too, because I have family in detention right now. Finally, and this weaves it all together, public access and accountability. Today, participating in your government means taking a night off work, finding childcare, and getting 3 minutes at a microphone before the council does whatever it was they were going to do anyway. I'll bring government to working people. Town halls at shift worker hours, hybrid participation, childcare provided. Every corporate giveaway in public view before the vote so residents can ask who benefits, who pays, and what we get back. I know what it means when institutions fail people because I've lived it at the kitchen table, in combat, in the classroom as a teacher, and behind the bar. I was raised by a single mom working 2 jobs. We got by on food stamps and public transportation. The Marine Corps was the first place I experienced what every worker deserves: a reliable wage, food and shelter, health care, and an education. It shouldn't take picking up a rifle and going to war to get that. Do I support the right to organize? Unequivocally, yes. I've told my own team that if they ever organize, they have my full support. I encourage a union in my own shop, so you can trust what I'll do about unions in yours. Will I call out employers who interfere, public or private? Yes. Not 1 minute of public time or $1 of public money will ever be used to opt workers out of their union. And any city contractor that runs those campaigns will hear from me publicly and feel it in my vote. Will I show up to strike lines, rallies, and pickets? I already do. When UFCW struck Fred Meyer, we brought water to the line, and my bar refuses to buy from any supplier whose workers are on strike. A title in front of my name just formalizes the work that I've been doing from the outside. Your policy book asks elected officials to show up at pickets and hold anti-union employers accountable. I have and will continue to. But a councilor holds harder levers than just showing up to the work you're doing. And your procurement chapter is where this seat has real power. The city buys janitorial, security, and facility services. I'll fight to make Hillsboro a responsible contractor. Wage and benefit floors on every contract, worker retention when contracts change hands, labor peace agreements. Public money should raise wages, and right now it subsidizes poverty ones. Plus, you'll hear it from me before you read it in a council packet. You'll have my direct line because I'd rather get your input while a policy can still change than your reaction once it can't. The fight I want most is yours against privatization. The savings from outsourcing public jobs come from exactly one place: workers' wages and benefits. You can hold the city accountable at a council meeting and at the ballot box. Try that with a vendor's customer service line. I'll demand honest, full cost comparisons on any outsourcing proposal, and I'll oppose contracting out as an escape hatch from union wages. I run a business. I know the difference between a real obstacle and an excuse, and most privatization math is fiction. Your members are my neighbors and my regulars. They care for our seniors, staff our public agencies, and keep this city running. And some of them use the free fridge in my front yard when a paycheck runs short. I take 0 corporate money, so no donor will ever sit between me and a pro-worker vote. They built this city for the richest companies on earth. Give me a chance, and we'll build one for the people who actually do the work.